views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in this podcast are the content creator's own and do not represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of Essex County College. The material and information presented here is for entertainment and informative purposes only. It should not be considered as professional advice or a substitute for seeking professional guidance.
Hello, happy Friday. Before we get into it, let's start off with a little music so we can get in the groove, right? Let's go. Hey, let's get it, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get it, let's go. We about to dive in. Let's get it, let's go. We about, let's get, ready, set, goes. Ready, set, goes. Ready, set, goes. We about to stay in our lane today, so let's get right into it. All right, so my name is Samanta Harmond, a.k.a. Chinchilla, a.k.a. Miss Spice, a Jamaican Queen. Those are just a few names that they gave me. And I want to say, welcome to the fall semester. Are you guys excited? So, as you know, it's September the 13th, 2024, and it's Friday the 13th. Ooh. You already know what they say. Friday the 13th, guess who's playing Jason? But what, Friday the 13th, it's going down, basement. But now, I just want to say to you guys, this is actually my first podcast recording, and this is just a brief introduction of showing you guys my authentic self, my authentic me, and also bringing you guys on my journey in coming here at Essex County. So I just want to say welcome. Thank you for listening. And I hope you're going to find this inspiring. I hope you're going to connect with me. And, you know, my mission is just try to inspire others, help others. Because number one thing, stay in your lane. So yes, welcome to Stay in Your Lane podcast, Ready, Set, Goals, because we're about to attack some goals this semester, and we're about to get that degree, and we're about to find our purpose, and we're about to find our purpose in this world. That's what we said, right? Gen Z, let's go. We're here to be entrepreneur. We're here to make a difference in the world, but most importantly, we're here to actually make others know our voice and connect and inspire. So I just want to say welcome again. That was actually like a long introduction, but just a little bit about me. So I came into the semester February of this year, 2024, and it's been a long journey, guys. It's been a long time coming, and I'm finally here. But yes, it's been a long road to Essex County, but I finally make it here. So I graduated high school like a few years ago. I'm from Kingston, Jamaica. I came here 10 years ago in 2013. And I graduated high school actually back in 2010. So it's been a while, right? But if you look at me, I just look like a little 18-year-old. That's what many say I look like. But that's the next story for its own. But coming here to college, my goal, leaving high school, was to actually get a job, right? And then back in Jamaica and get a job and then go to college. Anyway, that did not end up happening. So my father actually filed for me to come to the United States. So thank you, Daddy. Thank you to my mom also. Yes, I got to say congratulations to myself. And I got to say for being here. And I got to say thank you to both of them for actually getting me here. I got two moms, right? So I came here in 2013, and of course, as many students, many people, you know, you leave high school, you're like, okay, what's the next step? Should I go to college? Should I get a job? Should I get a trade? What should I do? Well, for me, coming here in the United States, I wanted to rebuild my resume. I wanted to build my resume and actually gather work experience. And to be honest with you guys, I have an older sister, right? Her name is Nicola, and she's actually a teacher. Yes, I'm from a very educational background and a military background. And at the time, she was in Montclair University. And she wanted me to go to college. And for some reason, I decided not to, because I remember when she just graduated with her bachelor degrees in social work. She was actually looking for a job. And she was told that she needed to gain experience, right, in order to actually get a job in the field that she has a degree in. And I remember her going out and actually gaining that work experience that she needed, but she actually had to get a different job in order to succeed to the next level of where she want to be, right? She had to get a job in a field that she didn't have a degree in. It was just a regular job. And I don't know why. For one, I took that as like, okay, I don't think I want to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to work my little self off and I'm going to gain some work experience. I'm going to build my resume. I'm going to build it to management so I could garner that experience. And then I'm going to go to college. So when I leave college, get my degree, they can't say anything. So that was just my route, right? But of course, many of us take different lanes. But what is your lane, right? This is just me trying to find my lane at that time. So with me, I end up starting many little jobs. I went to my first job in America was at Century 21 as a beauty advisor. From there, I went to Verizon in the phone industry and as a sales associate. From there, I actually got offered a position at T-Mobile from one of my ex-coworker that I used to work with. And I started at T-Mobile. This is where things started happening for me, right? I started at T-Mobile and right there, I was sales lead. Within a month time, guys, I got promoted to assistant manager. Yes, within a month. I think it's a month and a half, a month or two, I remember. I got promoted to assistant manager and it was like, woo, okay, I'm finally hitting that management section. I'm finally getting up there like, okay, yes. And so after that, within the next month, I was offered to be a store manager at one of the highest location. Little old me, little Samantha, this little tiny little queen here. I'm telling you, so tiny, but I'm telling you, I make a big, big impact when I step into any room, right? And because it's all about the confidence and it's all about the work ethic and it's all about what you give, right? So I was offered to be a store manager. And of course, I took that on. Yes, I took it on, that role. Now I'm in my big woman role, my big woman boots. I had to put on my big woman boots and like, yes, it's time to get it. It's time to go. This is what I'm talking about. This is what you've been working for, right? Building that resume to go up there, right? But always in the back of my head, I always said, once I make it, I'm going to go to college to get my degree because I know now I'm going to know what I'm going to go there for. Once I get it, once I get out, they can't say anything to me, right? Because I got it both. I got the experience. I know I got the degree. So what now? Here I am. But that's the thing that I had in my head, right? While I'm trying to find out my path, trying to find out my lane, like, baby girl, which lane are you in? Which lane are you going to go into? What is it? We're trying to figure it out. And that's the journey too. And I'm just fast forward real quick with with being an adult, right? And stepping into that woman and being a young lady and being a young man. You're trying to figure out yourself. You're trying to figure out your path. You're trying to figure out your lane. Like, you're trying to figure out your purpose. But as you continue going and having that strong mentality, I'm telling you, you're going to get it. May not be right away, but eventually you will find your lane. Eventually you're going to find that purpose. And this is what we're here for. This is what I am here for, to actually help many of my college students for the semester, to help you all figure out your lane. You understand? I'm here to connect with you guys. I'm here to inspire you guys. I'm here to give you advice. And we're here to get it together because together we're going to cross that finish line. Now let me get back to the story. So, of course, after being a store manager, I garnered a lot of experience working at T-Mobile for a couple of years. I was there for like 2-3 years. And then I decided to change path, right? I ended up changing path and I got a job opportunity at LG. If any of you out there know LG Electronics, it's a big company that does phones. They do television. You may have check your TV, maybe a LG flat screen. Maybe you have the touch screen television, or you have the touch screen TV. I said TV and television is the same thing, right? Let's laugh at that. That is so funny. But maybe you have, I'm trying to find the word. It's the refrigerator, because they make refrigerator too. But maybe you have one of those. Go check in your bedroom. Go check in the kitchen, you know. But yes, just trying to be a little funny. I need to stop. Let me. So, side note, guys. This is just me, right? Because number one thing in this world, just got to be your authentic self, and that's just it. People's just going to take you or leave you. But for one thing, be you. Okay? All right, back to the story. So I got an offer at LG as a territory manager, and that job, it was the first job ever where I don't have a camera watching me over my head. I set my own schedule, but one thing I had to do is to make sure that by the end of the week, I hit 40 hours and I hit their target, which is 30 to 40 stores that I had to actually make sure I hit. But I could go out at any time to work, and I could get off the field at any time. So my job duty just was me going into different stores, any phone store that sell LG device at that time. This I'm telling you, this was back in 2019 before the pandemic. We don't. But before that, so in 2019, right? So. And at that time, I was like, yes, I finally figure out what I want to do. I finally feel like this is it. All of us want to have a job, but all of us want to go to work whenever we feel like, leave work when we feel like, and actually still get a paycheck, right? So at this time I was like, yes, I'm actually in my lane. I'm a territory manager. This is what I want to do in the phone industry. I love what I do, managing stores, managing others, helping others to succeed, teaching them the fundamental of sales, teaching them the fundamental of actually customer service and actually getting things done in a managerial way. So I was very excited. I'm telling you guys. So I used to go to different stores like T-Mobile. I went back to T-Mobile. Like, I hope you guys are listening. You see, I went from a store manager at T-Mobile working for LG, a different company, as a territory manager. Now I'm back into these T-Mobile stores, but at a different level, right? Now I'm at a bigger level. Now I'm the one teaching the store managers of how to operate the phone, making sure that they're hitting their sales goals, making sure that everything is in place. So T-Mobile store, AT&T store, Verizon stores, Metro PC, Crickets, any phone carrier that you can think of, I was in there. Yes, talking to everybody, talking to every representative, every managers, giving them goals, giving them ideas of how to drive this sale up, making sure that they hit a quarter, because at the end of the day, I had a quarter to hit. And that's the thing when it comes to staying in your lane. It's all about having a vision and having that plan. Sometimes we may get side tracks and stuff, but without a plan, there's no vision. You have to have that, right? But sometimes going and keep on going, it may help you to create a plan, because sometimes we don't know how to create that plan sometimes. And then that's on the real. You understand? So to go back to what I'm saying, after being in that job for like a year, the pandemic came in, right? And of course, we all know, I don't know if you guys know where you were in the pandemic. That was a year. That was actually a year. And of course, it was a year of sadness. It was a year of awakening. It was a year of many things for many of us. And we already know many people come out swinging out of the pandemic, and some is still trying to recover. Well, for me and myself, I would say the pandemic actually, coming out of the pandemic actually brought me here where I am today. But that, I would say it's a stepping stone. It was something that pushed me to where I'm at today, right here. But let me finish telling you guys my little journey. So coming out of the pandemic, I was still working for LG. But when everything shut down, I was at home. I wasn't able to go in the stores. And then they end up closing the program in March. The pandemic was in January. It kicked off, right? January, February of 2020. So in March, they end up closing the program because we were at home for a month. Remember, my job detail is to go outside and actually get people teaching others. No, I got to be home on the phone, calling the stores. Many store was closed, so there was no point. So they end up closing the program. Say July, they're going to open it. guys, let's move forward. July come, and guess what? LG decided they're going to close the program down. So you know what happened to your girl? You know what happened? I was out of a job. Yes. It's the first time I ever experienced being out of a job, being laid off. So now I had to find a different path. The lane that I thought I was in, it's no longer that lane. I was confused. If you ever reach one of those moments in your life when you're like, Lord, what should I do? What is my next step? Show me a vision, show me a way, right? So from a younger age, I love modeling, guys. I love modeling. So coming into America, I thought I would go in the model industry, but then I end up going in retail, right? So I was saying to myself, maybe this is the perfect time for me to go in modeling. And I remember we're all on Instagram, right? Check me out on Instagram at Chinny.Chinchilla, Samanta, that's CHINI.CHINCHILLA. That's me. You see my lovely model photos. But I would say I was in modeling. I got a model opportunity, actually. So, you know, they said this thing, if you see in 11:11, it's your destiny. Something is about to happen. I don't know what's happening, but from the September of 2021, I've been seeing 11:11:11:11. My birthday is in October. My birthday is coming up, guys. Yes, right around the corner. So after my birthday, which is October the 12th, let me just drop that in real fast. So after October the 12th, that was my birthday. So for that year, I remember back in November, I got a message from this big print model. Her name is Cockroacha. And she gave me an invitation to come to her boot camp. I don't know what it was, but I was like, God, is this finally I'm in my lane? Is this my lane right now? I'm finally following my purpose. I'm finally doing what I always wanted to do. And that's be in front of the camera. That's me modeling, showing off my skills, showing off my uniqueness. Is this the time? Is this the big one, right? So I ended up applying to go to boot camp, and then I end up getting accepted, guys. Yes, but during that time, I was still at home, trying to figure out things, what to get done, what I'm gonna do for a new job opportunity. Of course, I have a lot of management here on my background, experience that I've developed. But I still wasn't thinking about coming to school. I am not going to lie to y'all. I was not thinking about coming to school. So it so happened that I ended up applying for this job as a executive accountant. It's with this marketing company because I'm in sales while I'm waiting for my date to go to the boot camp, right, in between time. So I ended up doing that, and it so happened that I didn't get through for that period of time. So boot camp ended up coming up, which was in April of 2021. You see, I'm messing up my dates. So this was April of 2021, actually. I went to boot camp. Time is moving so fast. April of 2021, right out of the pandemic of 2020, I ended up going to boot camp, model boot camp. It was 3 days. And that experience was so enlightening. That experience was so amazing. It was like my second time, but my first professional time being in front of a professional photographer, being tutored, being trained by a professional model that's on TV. That's like the world know, Cockroacha Model Boot Camp. Cockroacha, she's known as a first print model. I was excited. I was ecstatic. I was like, oh my God, this is it. I'm finally about to make it. I'm about to go to New York Fashion Week. I'm about to be on, the magazine. I'm about to go to, Paris Fashion Week. Yes, your girl is here, sis. She's here. So I was super excited about all of that. But guys, it's not what it always seems. You got to work hard. So I'm telling you, you got to have a plan, and you have to work hard, because sometimes, God, you may think you're in your lane, but you never know. Sometimes we go and try and go into many different lanes until we try to find our right lane, right? So it so happened that after the model boot camp, of course, I ended up getting a gig to do a next photo shoot where I ended up landing a magazine. So I was on Black Swing magazine. Pretty photo. Guys, I killed that magazine. Like, I nailed it. When I tell you superstar vibes, yes, supermodel. I should definitely be on the cover of Vogue magazine or right there in New York on a billboard for real with that magazine. It's so cute. So I ended up after that, things just went silent for me, guys. 5'3" in the model industry, you know, you gotta be like very like 6 feet or in order to make it to the runway. Sometimes you have to have a lot of experience. You have to have a lot of links and stuff. I end up applying to a lot of agencies and stuff, and nothing actually hit. Nothing actually happened. So it so happened that a company that I've applied for before ended up reaching out to me. And this all was from April, me going to boot camp. I was there trying to do a little modeling gig here and there. Ended up actually found myself working on this glasses line. It's called Hearts of Shades. So in between time, from April straight until November, I found myself on this new venture of we all want to be an entrepreneur, right? We all want to be a business owner. So that's how I ended up finding myself in this path because I love shades. I love glasses. I wear glasses. So I was looking to see what business I could start at the time. And then I came up with Hearts of Shades. I went, registered a business, got my LLC, was doing, had a little logo and stuff, was working on my brand development. And guess what, guys? I created a website. I created an Instagram, which is still there. I do a lot of little marketing. I was supposed to launch. Each time I'm supposed to launch, I procrastinate. Something pushed me back because I wasn't comfortable with my logo. I was second guessing myself. And it was like the devil was a liar. He was like pushing me back and forth. I was not focused. And with all of that work that I did, ended up buying stocks. I never launched my company. I got an LLC, all of that I never launched. You know what happened? I ended up getting the job opportunity as the marketing rep, and I ended up going there. They told me one of the vision is it's not a regular 9-to-5. It's for you to actually be an entrepreneur and owning your own marketing company, and it was very inspiring. So it's all about working hard, right? When we come to college, we work hard to get that degree. It's very hard, but we know at the end of the day, that degree is ours, right? So this job opportunity that was presented to me was actually like the same thing. The work that you put in is what you're going to get. And guys, I was so invested in that job. I was so invested in it until 2022 come in, and then this is where everything actually went down. So this podcast, I'm trying to keep it between 30 minutes, not too long. I'm already over 20 minutes. Let me see if I could actually hurry up and give you guys this story, because this is just the introduction, you understand, of me. There's a lot more to come because I'm going to be interviewing a lot of other people. So this is just a little so you guys could actually know about me, know about your girl, know who you're talking to, know my little backstory. You understand? Well, that's how it goes. So I'm trying to hurry it up a little bit. Ooh, so let's go.
Who you telling?
I'm telling all of y'all my little story and journey. So let's get right back into the little juice, right? I hope you're enjoying it. So real quick. So it so happened that, baby girl was working hard to get to management. And then, boom, the devil came right in. August the 26th, 2022, I was leaving work, and then I ended up in a car accident. And that actually ended up changing my life so much drastically. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It ended up mentally, physically changed me because I ended up breaking my ankles. It was a 5-car accident. One car was hanging off the bridge right there on Route 7. It happened. One caught on fire. My car, I hit like 5 other cars. My ankle, I ended up breaking my ankle. And thank God for Dr. Adams. I have to give him thanks because he's the one that saved my foot from not being amputated. But yes, I'm left with a lifetime injury. So it so happened that the eels, I'm an eels girl, right? I'm an art girl. I love art. I love fashion, right? And I ended up, what I love so much, I wasn't able to wear it anymore. I love wearing heels. Doesn't matter where I'm going, you're going to see me in my heels, right? I wasn't able to wear heels, so I ended up doing a surgery ended up doing 2 surgery by October with my foot, and that took me out of the job opportunity that I was working so hard tirelessly for right. And I remember being at home, November 2022, I ended up applying for Essex County, and I don't know what happened, but it ended up falling flat. I guess I didn't apply to the right place. I don't know. But during those time, I fell into a very dark place, right? I questioning myself, like, God, what is my lane? What is my purpose here? Each time I try to step out and I'm thinking, this is my lane for me to be in, something happened and it shift me out of that lane. I love modeling. This is what I love so much. Why does it have to happen where I'm in a car accident and my foot, I end up breaking my ankle and I can't wear heels anymore, which actually hinder me from one of my purpose that I thought I came in this world for, to actually show my unique talents, you understand, in pose and being a model. And I was really upset at God, guys. I was really upset. Don't ever be upset at God. I was really upset, but I had to forgive myself. And I had to talk to the Lord, and He forgave me. And for that, I want to say thank you. We got to take a moment to say thank you, Jesus, for life itself. Because without Him, we wouldn't be here. And we have to praise Him every step of the way. I'm telling you, because He's the one that gives us the light whenever we're in the darkness. And He's the one that always helps us to create that plan and getting stronger as what we're supposed to be, right? So it so happened that 2023 comes in. I wasn't able to walk for like 10 months. I'm telling you, we're talking about August 2022 straight until like May. I tried to go back into work, which is the same job, and this job is events and promotion. This is where I go out and talk to a lot of people because I work for a non-profit organization, and I was big on that. I'm from Jamaica. I used to work for a non-profit called Food for the Poor. So this is one of the things why I was so excited with this marketing job, because they market for others, but the goal is for you to be a manager and own your own business, right, and become that owner of yourself. So that's where I see the vision in it. So, but the goal is you have to go out there on your feet and you have to do events and promotion. And now I break my ankle, which is kind of hinder me from doing that, right? So it so happened that I forced myself in like May of 2023 to go back in this job, to go back out there, because I'm like, God, I was about to achieve so much and then you just took it away from me. It was August, it's October was coming up. I was supposed to achieve so much. By that time, I was supposed to get to management. Like, why? So I'm like, okay, I'm going back out there because this is my lane. So it so happened that, guys, it didn't really, I was in and out of the business, in and out of that job role, because it so happened that each time I go out there to work, by the time I get back home, my foot would be swollen. And I was like, oh, I can't do this. Mentally, I try to push myself. Well, let's fast forward because time is going. Fast forward to November. I had to go in for my checkup because every 3 months I had to go in to do a little, they had to check my foot and everything. So it so happened that fast forward, the November of 2023, they told me that I had to do a third surgery, which is on my toes, because from the incident, he ended up giving me toes, so they had to do a next surgery to straighten out, and everything like that. I was like, Lord, why again, which is gonna take me out of this, business for the next 6 to 8 months. Why? So I accept the fate and everything. It so happened that November the 9th, 2023, I applied again for Essex County because I'm like, I want to go to college. I'm finally in the mind frame. I'm doing it for me. I'm not doing it for no one else. And that's the biggest thing. Coming to college, guys, sometimes we do things for a friend. Sometimes we do things for a family. But the number one thing is you need to do things for you and nobody else. Because at the end of the day, it's your journey. And you're the one going through the journey and not no one else that is taking it on. You have to do all the work. You have to do all the sacrifice. So whatever you're doing, make sure you're doing it for you, right? So I finally reached the mindset. I was like, okay, I'm ready to go to college. I have the path that I know what I want with this job. I know the goal in this job. I'm about to go get my business degree now because this is the job world that I want to stay in being a business entrepreneur. I ended up getting out. I didn't know what happened. The fall semester I was supposed to start, and I didn't come in because of the news. I had to do my second surgery. It so happened, my third surgery, my correction. It so happened that I did the surgery in January of 2024. And that was which is this year. And guys, it has been one of the toughest year for me because leading up to this surgery was so hard mentally. And then physically, after I did the surgery, it kind of put me back into a dark place. And I remember in February, January was so hard for me. Friendships, mentally, a lot of stuff happened. February, I remember finding myself on 2 crutches, ordering an Uber, coming to the school, said that I'm going to start college. I came here on 2 crutches with my boots. I was in my cast at the time. And I came and I applied again for college. What a coincidence. I don't know what it is, but the spring 2 semester was just about to start. So I was right on time, literally like 2 days early. I was like, this is a sign. And for me, I use school as a stepping stone to actually step back out there, to actually gain back my self-confidence within myself. And not only that, to take my mind off this surgery that I was going through. So school was my sanctuary. Essex County College was my sanctuary. It was my safe place. And at that time, we hit the 30 mark. We hit the 30 minutes mark, guys. It is so long. I don't know if you guys want a part 2, but I don't want to make this too long. I think I'm gonna maybe stop it there, and then we're gonna continue. But on the next episode, I'm gonna let you guys know about the journey of me finally actually coming to Essex County, trying to find my lane, trying to stay in my lane, right? And the teachers that I've spoke with, the things that they have, the counselor, my math advisor, my business advisor, Joe, the coordinator for the clubs, different people that I've spoken with, the thing that they said they seen in me is like a light that I'm trying to find in myself, but I'm slowly finding it. And this is what lead me right here on this podcast. In stay in your lane. Don't shift out of your lane. Sometimes you're in your lane and you're thinking you're not doing good, and then you try to branch off. You're trying to swerve away and go in a different lane. Or you see someone else doing good. You're looking at somebody else's life and they're doing amazing. And you know what happened when you're driving, right? And when you're driving and you look to the left or look to the right or try to look at somebody else in their lane, what happened? You end up swerving away, right, out of your lane. And what happened? It can be an accident. So sometime in this journey that we're on, we're 31 minutes in, I want to cut it short. My advice to you guys on episode 2, I'm going to let you know, I'm going to continue with letting you guys know about my journey. And I will have my first guest here. I'm not going to let you guys know who is yet. If you want to be on this podcast, if you want to tell me about your journey, if you want to tell me about how you stay in your lane or you trying to find your lane, I would love for you to come over to the Dasher, right? Come over to the student club. Come over here. Give your name. Ask for me, Samantha. I will interview you. I will give you all the advice that you need. Let's find this together, because I know many of us is in college. Many of us is here today, and we still don't know where we going. Many of us still trying to figure it out. I know many of you students out there is in college today, maybe for a friend, maybe for a fam, for your mom, for your dad, and you still don't know what you want to study, right? You're thinking about changing your major. You're just accepting a major just to do it. It's time for us to figure the thing out from the root. It's time for us to plant that seed, and we're about to water it and watch it grow. So it's all about staying in your lane, ready, set, goals. Okay, sis? Okay, bro, let's go, because we're about to get it. It's 2024. It's up. Okay? So again, my name is Samantha. You can call me, they call me the Spicy Jamaican Queen, or AKA Chinchilla, whichever you guys want. And I'm here to inspire. I'm here to educate. I'm here to give you guys my journey. You know, we're all going to be on this journey, and one step at a time, but we're going to get it done. Okay, let's get some music. Ooh, oh, 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 oh. All right, so that's it. So if you wanted to be on my podcast for me to interview you, you can hit my email at S01E01 that's SHARMOND @email.essex.edu, or you can contact me on my phone number at 551-257-8627. You can let me know your name, just a brief input, but just know I'm here to give you advice. I'm here to educate you, and I'm here to actually inspire. One voice, one band, one sound. Let's go, Essex County. We're about to graduate and get that degree. So I just want to say congratulations to myself for actually successfully doing my first podcast. Let's see how things go from here. But it'll be up and it's stuck and it's up and it's stuck. We're here to win. Win again. Win as one. And yeah, you got this, sis. You got this. We got this. Let's get it. Let's go. Ready, set, go. Stay in your lane, darling. I'm out. Stay beautiful, stay sweet, and always remember you are number one and you got this.
This has been a production of the Essex County College Podcast Club. Copyright 2024, all rights reserved.